everybody, this is Reina. Today I'd like to talk about something that makes me wonder and would like to exchange some idea with you guys. It's about history. But first thing first, I'm no expert in history, okay? Because I was the kind of person that Alexander the First and Alexander the whatever number was the same person after 100 years later and whatever in the history book. So, okay, I'm not expert in history. But I'm starting to wonder, is learning history is actually a great idea, or the history itself is actually helping us to move forward or makes us stop in history? Yeah, what do you guys think? There are two reasons why I would like to talk about this. One, I saw it on TV. They were talking about what happened between China and Japan. According to the TV show, in 1970s, more than 70% of Japanese people were having this friendly feeling towards Chinese people. But nowadays, more than 80% of people in Japan are very skeptical about Chinese people. He was saying that is Chinese government decided to this history lessons in China so that the kids can learn history in more details, and that produces a lot of patriots in China. I think it's a great idea, right? Because they can proud of their country and then love their country and whatnot. What's nothing wrong with that? But at the same time, because they love their country so much, so that they starting to hold a grudge against other countries that who did something bad to China. I'm not sure it is healthy or not at all. What do you think? And the other reason why I want to talk about this is I've seen Japanese people talking about Korean this and Korean that. Bring out the history and then approaching the issues in a civilized manner. And that's awesome, right? It's a pure, exchange of ideas and whatnot. That's awesome. But some people are just pure nasty and just showing the hatred. That is something that to me it's very unhealthy. Some might say that because Koreans are really nasty and disrespectful to Japanese, that's why they reacted that way. But if any parties are trying to reach an agreement or try to understand each other or try to make a point across, then it has to be done in a civilized manner though, right? As long as people use history to just finger point at each other, it's not gonna do anything. Just bring it back to where we were a long time ago and start hating each other. And that's something that I really don't want to see. And by me talking about this, some Japanese people might leave a comment or tell me that I'm Korean acting like Japanese and stuff, but I was born and raised in Japan and my parents are born and raised in Japan, and then as long as I know, I'm pure Japanese. So don't be like that, because the point I'm trying to make here is just digging up the history and then start finger pointing at this and that doesn't help anything. Like, learning history is a really great thing, but I don't think it's healthy to use the history we learn to go against each other, because I don't think people in the past who lost their lives, they want us to repeat the same thing over and over. But the thing is, what's happening right now is learning the history is leading us to hate each other and go against each other instead of helping each other or supporting each other. And then that's something that makes me wonder why. Maybe that's how human works, and that's something that human has to learn to improve. Otherwise we are actually moving backwards, especially about the situation between China and Japan, because we were friendly once and now we are moving backwards and trying to go against each other. That is very, very unhealthy. What do you think? What do you think? And also, there are two types of people, I think. One who can learn or should learn history and able to use that to improve ourselves, or people who actually shouldn't learn because they just don't know how to use it. Since I saw the TV show, I really, really wanted to talk about this, because history is something that teaches us something, but it is actually holding us back in some cases. And then I thought, okay, I'm so sorry, history, but is it need to be taught in details, or is it a good idea for everybody to learn? What do you think? What do you think? If you could share your opinion or idea about this, that's gonna be awesome. And this is not about finger pointing or anything like that, okay? Just in general, I'm just wondering, what's the role of the history supposed to be? But anyways, thank you very much for listening and talk to you soon. Bye!